Hello everybody, this is DJ Hero and welcome back to my 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors playthrough. Feels good to be back. It's been a couple of days since I was able to record for the last time, and hopefully I haven't forgotten about everything we've done. Let's see. In the previous episodes, we were over at the cabins behind door 9. uh, what am I talking about? Not door 9, door 4. Door 9 is the very end of the game. Jeez, jumping the gun. We were here with Lotus, Santa, and June, and we solved puzzles. I spent way too much time, not on the puzzles themselves, just talking about everything that was to be said about what the characters were mentioning. Like Lotus brought up an experiment on telepathy and weird pictures and stuff. And I thought it was very interesting. And again, I feel like I spent way too long on commenting what's going on and my thoughts and my theories and stuff. But this is the kind of playthrough for that thing, isn't it? And since this is our second run of the game, I have so much to say about what we've learned from the previous one and what's going on here. So many mysteries still to be solved, and so I bet you can imagine that I'm thinking about so many different theories and questions that are still unanswered and stuff. So this is that kind of playthrough where I talk and talk and talk, but we also have room to make some progress. So, how about we start exploring this kitchen that we arrived in? Let's see. So let's just jump right into it. Um, okay, let's begin with this. It caught my attention in the previous episode because, you know, I guess in my personal experience as someone who likes escape rooms and stuff, if I find a piece of paper, that's the first thing I'm gonna look at. Let's see, a voucher. It says appetizer 9, mid dish 10, soup A, seafood dish F. Appetizer 9, meat dish 10, soup A, and seafood dish F. Okay. You know what this screams to me right out of the bat? Right off the bat. Sorry. I tried to say out of the gate and off the bat. My mind just kind of like fused both of them together and produced something that doesn't make any sense. Anyways, this is hex. And I know this, well, I don't know this, but I suspect it is because, look, the F, we had a puzzle that revolved around hex. Well, it didn't revolve around hex, but it was like an F and then a magic square. And I was like, what does the F mean? And Santa was the one who had to explain to me, that's probably hex. That's 15 in hex code, hexadecimal, right? And I was like, I mean, sure. I have no idea about hexadecimal other than it was a different base counting system. But ever since that, my friend who's played this before told me about hexadecimal. Like, they gave me a little bit of a rundown on it. They said it's not gonna be necessary for you to know hex to play the game because the characters are gonna give you like everything that you need to solve hexadecimal puzzles and stuff. But it didn't hurt at all to get like a lesson. So it goes like this, right? It's a counting system, a different base counting system that goes 0 to 9, then A to F, right? Then 10 to 19, and then it begins counting like 1A, 1B, 1C until you get to 1F. Then it's 20 to 29, and then it's 2A, 2B, etc., until you get to 2F, and so on and so forth. So essentially, it's just a different base counting system. And so, so seeing these numbers and these letters together make me think of hex, because now I've been, taking notes of this. This is all written down on my trusty piece of paper here. I think this might be what the puzzle is going to be about. Let's see. Anything else? It says, okay. Right. So I wrote this down on my piece of paper. Let's look at the plates. Those 9 plates look pretty expensive. They're plates for appetizers. Aha, look at this. Are there 9 of them? Or are we gonna have to find more appetizer plates and just put 9 of them here? Let's see. Remember, appetizers usually come on square plates. Okay, will it... Junpei. How old is this game's localization again? Okay, sure. Well, excuse me, princess. So stupid. I love it. 1, 2, 3, there's 10 of them. If you flip this over, they look like hats. The middle is super deep for a plate. So those are the soup plates? They're soup plates, yep. They're made that way so that the soup doesn't spill. If we ever get out of here, you should treat yourself to a nice dinner out. What makes you think a poor college student has the money to do something like that? See, he's keeping it real. Boy. I seem to remember that, yeah, he was college aged, but he also had a part-time job, probably. He's definitely not wealthy. I think there are 15 of these plates. So which one are these? I'm assuming they're for seafood. Oh, okay. See, I wouldn't really know the difference between a seafood plate and a meat plate. Like, these two, I could probably figure out. These two, no idea. How the hell can you tell that? Well, she's a classy lady, you know. She's got money. She's probably rich, right? Like, in her line of work, wasn't she like a systems engineer, like cybersecurity and stuff? She probably has money. And look, she's wearing like so many pieces of jewelry and stuff. I don't think those are fake. They look just like any other plate from the 99-cent store. Yeah. If you ever take a lady out to dinner, you're going to embarrass yourself. I feel sorry for June. Oh my goodness, she knows. Junpei, you're caught. She knows. That's so funny. Now she's gonna tease him, huh? Why the hell are you bringing up June? Come on, Junpei. It's so obvious to everybody except you two. And I would assume that especially her, she seems like very good at reading people. And not only that, but she definitely looks like she has some experience, you know, with sentimental stuff. I'm just saying that because the way that she's been written and presented as, she seems to be older. She seems to be on the older side. Like, she doesn't look older at all. But from the way that other characters talk about her, I would say she's maybe in her 30s, maybe 40s. Yeah, something like that. Of course, that's not old by any means. It's just, you know, in some cultures, if you have a woman who's like over a certain age, they already treat her like she's a hag. She's definitely none of those things, obviously. What was I talking about? Right. That she's definitely not like a young, naive, inexperienced woman. She knows what she's talking about. The lady doth protest too much, methinks. You are not terribly subtle. Yeah, she would know. There's a bunch of little wavy ridges on this plate. Those plates are for serving meat. You really are ignorant, aren't you? I mean, listen, I didn't know these two from each other either, and if they're Japanese, right? They probably have different like tableware etiquette and stuff. And I'm Western, and I didn't know this, so Junpei is fine. Come on, it's not like I need to know this crap. Please. This is probably like fine dining stuff, and not from traditionally cultural dishes over there. Like, it's probably more niche knowledge over there. Right, so these are appetizers. These are soup, seafood, and meat, right? So what did the note say? It said, well, I wrote it down. 9 appetizer, 10 meat, but in hex, that would be 10 would be 16, right? Yeah. Soup is 15. No, soup is A, so that's 10. And seafood is 15. That's F. Let's see what they say. This voucher doesn't match the number of plates on the table. It says appetizer 9, meat dish 10, soup A, seafood dish F on the voucher. And the plates on the table are 9 appetizer, 16 meat, 10 soup, and 15 seafood. So they do match up, right? 9 appetizer, 10 meat, but that's 16 in hex, 10 soup, which is A, and 15 seafood, which is F. The numbers do match up, don't they? Maybe they're using hexadecimal here. Yes, look. She's confirming it for me. And hexadecimal is... It's a number system that goes 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F, 10, 11. You're familiar with base 10, right? That's the normal system of numbers. The base 10 equivalents for hexadecimal numbers would go like this. A equals 10, B equals 11, C equals 12, D equals 13, E equals 14, F equals 15, and 10 equals 16. The 10 becomes 16 in base 10. I know it sounds strange, but you can think of it as just 6 letters added onto the normal number system after 9. Yeah, that's right. A10, B11, C12, D13, E14, F15, 10, 16, and so on. I think I get it. Okay, so there are 9 plates for appetizer. 9 is 9, even in hexadecimal and decimal. Right, those check out. There are 10 soup plates. 10 is A in hexadecimal. So the amount of plates here is also correct, right? There are 15 of these seafood plates. It says F on the voucher, so also matches up. And there are 16 meat plates. 16 is written as 10 in hexadecimal. That is nuts. Why? It's just a different base system. Okay, so I don't have to touch these because they're already they already check out, right? What does it say? This looks like a serving table. I would imagine food is put here after it's prepared so that the waiters and waitresses can take it to the customers. But something doesn't seem right here. Why are there so many plates? Yeah, definitely some sort of puzzle here. 9 plates for appetizer, 9 is 9, 10 soups, yeah. Okay. What about this? Hexadecimal. I wonder if it's some kind of hint. Yeah, maybe. Junpei, do you remember what I told you about hexadecimal code earlier? Yeah, of course I do. Alright then, here's a little quiz for you. What would 9 plus F be in base 10? 9 plus F? That's 9 plus 15, so 24. Well, F is 15, so it would have been 9 plus 15, which would be 24, right? That's right. Good job. You're a fast learner. Thanks. It would have been cool if I had been given like a prompt. I don't know. Mostly because I want to click on the funny dialogue. Like, I want to see what she would have said if I had been given the choice to say something silly on purpose. Oh well. So what do we do here? There's nothing to interact with and nothing that seems out of the ordinary for now. I might look at other things in the room in that case and then come back here if I can do anything else. Let's examine this. Wow, this pot looks like it's made out of silver. I bet drinking tea from this pot would be really yummy. Spending a day off with June drinking tea. Did such a day ever happen for me? Jumpy? Oh, nothing. We don't really need hot water, so we should be moving on. Oh, he's thinking about his date with her. It's so cute. What's this? It's a lot of notes. They've got a bunch of stuff written on them, but it doesn't look like code or anything like that. Okay. It's like a bunch of instructions for using the cooking utensils. Uh-huh. Nothing really suspicious about that. Okay, I thought maybe that was gonna be like a puzzle. Notes here, but they don't look very important. What about this? There's a silver pot here. Anything else? No. Again, I'm clicking more than once because funny dialogue. I've been told I can expect. What is this? It looked like a flap door. I guess not. Um, wow, Jumpy, you can reach really high. Yeah, you can jump pretty high. Is that why they call him Jumpy? Here we go. It's pretty high up. It's hard to get to. I bet 7 could reach it without even having to jump. Oh, okay. What do we have here? Is this cheese? Look at this. Oh, I see something. Hold on. Hey, there's something behind the cheese. You're right. Why don't we move some of the cheese? Alright guys, time to move it. June and I need to look behind you. Yeah, look at this. It's like a bottle of something. A little green bottle back there. Is it olive oil? Oh, look at this. It is. Kinda. Oh look, cooking oil. You could probably use this to make something slippery. Something slippery, huh? This is gonna be a useful tool that will come into... What was the quote? This is a surprise tool that will be useful later? Yeah, that's the meme, right? There are a number of cheeses lined up on the shelf. This is Gouda cheese. Gouda? Gouda? How do you pronounce that? I don't know. I had like a Dutch friend who told me that probably everything that you know about how to pronounce Dutch cheeses is wrong. So, you know. The most famous Dutch cheese. If you don't cut open the casing, it usually won't go bad. So you can store it at room temperature for quite a while. So we can eat this? Most likely. I'm not hungry at all. I guess it's hard to get hungry in a situation like this. Also, do we know how long this has been here? Because if they've been here since the time that the Gigantic was built, I don't care how good that casing is. I'm probably not touching this. I know that there's shelf-stable cheeses and stuff, but Gouda is like soft, right? Cheese on the shelf, sweet. Cheese on the shelf, sweet. Are they all sweet? Or is it all sweet? Okay. Okay, let's go back. We have the oil. What about this? There's so much stuff in here. A whole lot of cans. It's probably a pantry. Yeah. Cans lining up every shelf here. Wooden box on the second row though. Uh-huh. Oh, interesting. I hadn't noticed that. Ooh, a knife.
A rusty knife?
A rusty knife. That's probably not good.
I don't think we'll be able to use it while it's like this.
Yeah. I mean, you could probably, you know, stab. No, don't do that. Don't kill anyone. We saw how that turned out previous time. But yeah, be careful, man. Tetanus. Nasty thing. The knife seemed important, Junpei thought, but it wasn't going to be much use the way it was.
It's futile.
Yeah. Futile.
Futile?
Yeah, come on, Junpei, open a dictionary.
You know, a waste, useless, pointless.
Oh. Any particular reason you wanted to bring that up?
Sorry for making fun of him. He's my player character. I'm allowed to.
Oh, no reason really. I was just thinking about futility.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
She wasn't making much sense. Junpei tried rephrasing his question.
Why were you thinking about futility?
Yeah, that's like a very abstract concept to be thinking about so casually. At last, she answered.
Well, it has something to do with the Titanic.
The Titanic?
Yep. Have you ever heard the story that the sinking of the Titanic was predicted?
I mean, yeah, at the time, there might have been some people who said, oh, this is probably going to go down, but let's see where she's going with this. Like, predicted to what degree of accuracy, you know? No, I haven't. Tell me about it,
No,
please.
I haven't. What is it?
In 1892, 14 years before the Titanic sank,
Okay, see, this is interesting. Was it built by then, or was it being built by that
a
time?
novel was published. It was called Futility.
Oh, I see.
It was written by an American novelist named Morgan Robertson.
Morgan Robertson, huh? I don't know why I'm writing this down, but I am. Whenever they mention like someone's name.
The story was about a big cruise ship colliding with an iceberg and sinking.
Okay, yeah,
Of course, if that was the only similarity, there wouldn't be any reason to mention it.
true. Like, you know how often something's brought up very often regarding like political developments and societal stuff and things, and someone will always inevitably say something like, "Well, the Simpsons predicted this. They've got like sightseer. Wait, no, that's not the word. What am I thinking about? They've got like what's the word? I can't make fun of Junpei for not having vocabulary, and then I forgot basic words myself. Wazier. That's probably what I'm looking for. Right? And so yeah, they say that they have people who are able to know the future on the writing team. First off, that's absurd. Second, there's a very logical explanation as to why that's the case, right? The writers for The Simpsons, like Golden Age Simpsons, had a terrific writing team. They were people who were like very smart, very intelligent. You have to be able to produce comedy. And those sort of people know a lot about the world, right? They know a lot about politics, they know a lot about the current events and stuff. And so their comedy is derived from like an extreme like exaggeration and satire of what was going on at the time, right? So like, I don't know, imagine, the Trump presidency, right? Would someone have thought, hey, Trump, like, wasn't he supposed to be like a very not American, I don't really know about this, but wasn't Trump like a media figure back then? He was millionaire, entrepreneur, things like that. um the very concept that someone like that would run for president would have been like outrageous at the time. But our current society seems to be heading that way. Like, it's getting more and more absurd the longer it goes on. Late capitalism, stuff like that, satire becoming reality. And so it's not really that surprising that people with such such a good grasp on comedy and what makes people think, oh, this is absurd, that some of those predictions might come true. And then when they do, you're like, oh, someone predicted this years ago. No, someone years ago was making a joke and it happened to come true because society and the world we inhabit is more and more absurd the longer this situation goes on, I don't know. I'm not expressing this very well, but it's like, no, of course they're not seeing the future. It's just it's somehow even more absurd than that. Anyway, I've gone on for long enough about this. Let's see what she has to say.
It wasn't, though.
Yeah, that it wasn't the only
The
similarity.
name of the ship, its nationality, course, departure time, size, displacement, maximum speed, number of passengers and crew, the number of lifeboats,
See, that's
even the location of the accident itself, and the cause and the location of the damage.
that's kind of scary.
Everything matches the Titanic almost exactly. It was almost as if he'd seen the whole thing happen. But this book was written 14 years before the Titanic sank. But that's not all. It wasn't just Futility that predicted the sinking of the Titanic. There were two other similar stories written by a man named William Thomas Stead.
Stead.
Both of them before the accident. One in 1886 and one in 1892.
Huh.
Stead wrote two stories that had striking similarities to the Titanic disaster.
Okay.
In one, two ships collided. Many of the passengers died because there weren't enough lifeboats. In the other, a ship collided with an iceberg and sank.
I don't know. I mean, I'll give you that it seems a little weird, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't too uncommon for ships to hit icebergs back in the day, or even other ships.
Right, but all of those details matching up perfectly. Okay, like let's say that I don't exactly know if the Titanic was being built at the time. Let's say that the ship having the same specs wouldn't have necessarily been too far-fetched if the writer had somehow known, like, like maybe he had worked on the crew, or maybe he had something to do with the design, or knew someone who had the ship specs, right? Those details could have been integrated if the Titanic was being built at the time that the novel was published, yeah? Everything else, though, like the exact location and the exact number of passengers, that's a bit more difficult to believe or sort of like, predict. And there's also the possibility that the novel wasn't actually published 14 years before. Like, of course, we have like historical records and stuff, but something could have been forged.
Right, I knew you'd say that.
Okay.
But what if Stead had some sort of special powers?
Like retrocognition or postcognition, actually, because he would be looking into the future.
To be more specific, what if he had the ability to do automatic writing?
Automatic writing. That's not what I was thinking this was going to go at all.
What? Automatic writing? Wait, are you talking about when someone's possessed by a spirit and then they write a bunch of stuff without knowing what they're writing?
Yes.
What do you mean, yes? That stuff's a load of bull.
Okay. Yeah, we know that she believes in the occult and stuff. That's nothing wrong with that, I guess, on a personal level. But I do find it difficult to believe, so you have to explain.
Okay, let's say, hypothetically, that automatic writing isn't a total load. These guys still couldn't have predicted the sinking of the Titanic. When this Stead dude wrote his thing, nobody had died on the Titanic yet.
True. Like, is she saying that one of the victims would have gone back in time, or that people like don't have a concept of time or whatever?
So if automatic writing is about being possessed by dead people, who the hell possessed him so he could write that stuff?
That's not it.
What's not it?
Stead wasn't possessed by a spirit. He was doing the possessing.
He was?
Oh.
Like, he caused the incident so that his novel would match up?
What are you smoking?
What? She's... Okay. See, Junpei, come on. That's a way to phrase it.
William Thomas Stead was a passenger on the Titanic. He just wrote down what he saw with his own eyes 20 years before it happened.
He decided it was probably best to say nothing. What June was saying was insane and utterly absurd. If he tried to take what she was saying seriously, he'd go mad.
Well,
I do wonder what's up with her, Like, she seems so confident in this kind of stories, and again, no disrespect at all, but it's gonna take a lot to convince me that this has any sort of merit. Junpei smiled
well,
uncomfortably.
why don't we talk about this some other time, okay?
Huh? But
Her voice trailed off, and she glanced at the floor,
Come on,
troubled.
let's get back to it.
Junpei tapped June gently on the shoulder and awkwardly reached around her to pick up the knife from the box. Okay. Oh my goodness, June. She's certainly something interesting. We're really in trouble. I know I'm just repeating myself, but this is really a futility moment. That blade is so rusty. Yeah, I know. We can't cut a damn thing with a knife like this. If we're going to cut anything, we'd probably have to sharpen the knife. Yeah, like, can we just remove the rust? How do you remove rust? Isn't it with like ketchup and vinegar or something like that? Maybe we can find something like that around here. Nothing inside. Okay. Oh man, June. She's really giving Junpei a lot to think about. There's milk in here. Milk in an iron barrel. Judging by the rust, it's probably really old. Probably not a good idea to drink that. Maybe we shouldn't open it up. Yeah, like don't even open it up. I don't think it'd be a pretty sight. A big barrel of milk behind the cloth. Okay. The cheeses, we have already examined those. Can we look at this? It looks like some kind of large tin container. Well, it's empty. Uh-huh. Anything else? No. Okay. The light for the pantry. Okay. I think that's everything we're gonna see here. Let's go back to the kitchen area and see what else we can find. Oh, look at this. Maybe this table is for preparing food. There are plates everywhere. Uh-huh. Yeah. What about this? A sink. It's still got water. It's still got water in it. Sorry. There are a couple of plates in there, but I don't think they're gonna help us much. Yeah, but they are interactable, so maybe it's a sink with water in it. There are a couple of plates in the water. Maybe we'll need the water itself or something. And this is a whetstone for the knife, right? A whetstone? What are you planning to do with that? Ah, shit, don't tell me you're gonna try and smash open the card reader. Are you an idiot? If you do that, then we'll never get out of here. Oh, yeah, I guess that would be bad, huh? This whetstone's only gonna be useful if we need to sharpen something. So can we combine it? Maybe I'll use the whetstone to sharpen the knife. The blade of the knife is getting sharper by the second. I should be able to cut something pretty good with this. Okay, that's not really how you remove rust from a knife. Like, is it? I don't think so. Maybe like the outer layer, but that knife was so rough. I don't know. So I guess you managed to sharpen the knife, Junpei. Who are you gonna stab with that? No one. Or you. Maybe I'm gonna stab you. No one. You could probably cut something soft with that. Something soft, huh? Like the cheese? I don't know. We need to keep looking around. Oh, look at this. This is the display area above the buttons. No idea what the code should be, but maybe the plates? This is probably what you're supposed to use to enter the password. Maybe if we put in the right number, it'll open the oven door. This is an oven, and it has like a code panel. Hey Junpei, why don't you try entering the numbers we found on the voucher earlier? The one that said appetizer 9, meat dish 10, soup A, seafood dish F? Those numbers? Like in that order? Oh, or the order that the plates were placed on the table? Hang on. Yes. Converted 10, A and F to base 10. Well, it's worth a shot. No dice. Looks like that's too many numbers. Okay, so it's not that. Because even if you change the order, that's too many numbers. Okay, we'll come back to this. An iron oven. It's pretty heavy duty. Sorry, heavy duty. Duty. It's probably industrial quality. I bet you could cook anything with this. Anyway, let's have a look inside. and you're not gonna open it unless you solve this. Damn, I knew it. It's locked. Yep. What about this? All we've got here is a pot and frying pan. Oh, and a pressure cooker. Well, I guess we could use some of those as weapons. Against whom? What kind of an idiot are you? You gonna run around holding that thing where you're looking for the dead? Hey man, it was just a joke. Yeah, like the one about stabbing Santa earlier. I don't know if that came across. It's just, you know, he's fun to make fun of. He's like an old, like a little brother. I don't know. That seems to be like. I know that he himself is an older brother, or was, I guess. Oh, jeez, his sister passed. Oh boy. I just made myself sad. But yeah, I don't know. Like his relationship with Junpei, he has like little annoying brother energy, but in an affectionate way, you know? I don't actually hate him. Alright. I could keep exploring, but there seems to be like a lot to look at in this kitchen. And here I was hoping this was gonna be a quick little puzzle, you know, like the ones we did on the other side where I didn't have so much to say. And to be fair, characters are much more talkative over here. Like Snake told us a little bit about his background and stuff, but didn't go into much depth. Seven was amnesiac, so he didn't really have much else to say. So we were able to progress fairly quickly. But these characters, these are yappers. Like, obviously, I love them. I would listen to all that they have to say, but it makes sense that we will take a longer time to get through their dialogue. So let's stop here. I'll see you on the next episode, and thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying the series and you would like to continue supporting my channel. Yeah, I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.